Hi, this is Dr. Mercola coming to you from Maui, and today I want to continue in our Fraud and Deception series. And we're going to review the American Diabetes Association because they are promoting a type of therapy that absolutely doesn't work for one of the most common problems in America today. What is that problem? Diabetes. 1 out of 3, yes, 1 out of 3 Americans are going either have or full-blown diabetes or pre-diabetes. Now, full-blown diabetes, where your fasting blood sugar is above 125, and pre-diabetes is between 110 and 125. But actually, ideally, your blood sugar should be below 100. You should not have a triple-digit fasting blood sugar. So, what is the American Diabetes Association promoting? They are promoting a high-grain diet. Folks, that simply just does not work. They don't understand that the problem is not blood sugar. The problem is about insulin control. And one of the biggest frauds and deceptions is that they are putting type 2 diabetics. You have to understand there's a difference between type 1 and type 2. Type 1 diabetes is insulin dependent, and that requires the use of insulin, otherwise you will be dead in a few weeks and you'll go into a hyperglycemic coma. Type 2 diabetes is 95% of the population has type 2, and they do well, can almost 100% be controlled, 100% cured essentially, with simple lifestyle modifications, which includes dietary changes and exercise. So the fraud and deception that the ADA is implementing is that they do not let people know that it's not about the blood sugar, it is about insulin, and that when you lower the person's insulin level, and you do that by exercising and restricting grains, breads, rice, cereal, potatoes, these are the foods that cause your body to make more insulin, and when you have more insulin, that will cause you to have the diabetic complications. But the biggest issue, the biggest challenge that most physicians fail to understand is that they are putting type 2 diabetics on insulin. That is an absolute prescription for disaster, because when you put a type 2 diabetic on insulin, you will cause them to actually get worse. Yes, their blood sugar will come down initially, but eventually they'll become more insulin resistant, and they'll need more and more higher levels of insulin. So one of the worst things you can do is put a type 2 diabetic on insulin. If you know anyone, you probably do, because 1 out of 3 Americans have type 2 diabetes. If you know anyone who's on insulin with type 2 diabetes, you please, please, please tell them to get off that insulin. You got to go off slowly, and you got to start exercising. There's a number of links that will be on this page that you can go to that will give you more information about how you can actually incorporate lifestyle suggestions and modifications to improve and eliminate diabetes, or your future potential risk for developing this problem too. Now, interestingly also, you will lower your weight when you apply these things, and 2 out of 3 Americans already have that problem. Now, I also want to show you one of the reasons why I come to Maui in the winter, and that's going to be one of the funnest things to do. So you're going to see that next. If you ever come to Maui in the winter, definitely head out to Fleming Beach. It's just north of Kapalua, and it's an extraordinarily long span of beach with very shallow, makes it very easy for bodyboarding. And the day we went out here, there were 10 to 15-foot waves, which is absolutely extraordinary at the time of our life. And you'll see this is one of the reasons why I really enjoy bodyboarding on Maui. It's much better than downhill skiing. The power in these waves are just incredible. So hopefully you'll be able to do that one of these days and enjoy it just as much as I did.